Welcome to Youth Group. We are so glad you're here. And if you're watching later, or if you're a parent tuning in to see what we're talking about, so glad that you're here too. This year is going to be different. So at Youth Group, we are meeting in small groups for the whole time instead of being all together. And that's going to mean a couple things for you. But most of all, it's going to mean that your relationships with the other youth in your small groups need to be tight and loving. And there's a way that we're going to accomplish that, and it's all about a secret ingredient: fidelity. Fidelity is a strange word, and it can mean a lot of things, but when I hear it, I think of vinyl records. There are countless records from across history that all on the label say the word high fidelity. But let's back up a little bit. If you don't know what a vinyl record is, it's a physical recording of music. It's a disc that you put on a record player. It spins and a needle scratches across the surface, making sound that's then amplified through some speakers. But how good it sounds is all determined by its fidelity. If a vinyl record is low fidelity, it sounds hollow and empty, like something's missing from it. But if it's high fidelity, it sounds warm and full. Every rhythm and melody comes through crystal clear. We're talking about records because learning about records and record fidelity actually can teach us about love and relationship. Let's talk for a second about love. 1 John 4:19 says, "We love because God first loved us." All of the love that we have, that we show another person or that we show to ourselves, is a reflection and a reproduction of the love that God first showed to us. In the same way, a record is not a musical instrument. It doesn't produce its own sound, or at least not on its own. It's a reproduction of sound that has already existed, that comes from instruments and voices. So your whole life, every interaction you have, all the ways that you think about and treat yourself, all reflects the love of God. But we don't always do a good job of it. Sometimes the way we act is pretty low fidelity. Our actions and words sound hollow and empty. They can even be mean and cruel, not resembling the love of God at all. But when we act with high fidelity, we show unconditional love to our neighbor and to ourselves. We show the love that God first showed us all around us. You are an example of God's love in the world. And that's important. Not only does that mean that your actions reflect the love of God, it means that you have a responsibility to reflect it well. The journey of the Christian faith is a journey towards showing the love of God in high fidelity, and that means showing it unconditionally. Our youth group and your small group are a place where we come to practice showing the unconditional, high fidelity love of God. It's a safe space where you can bring your worries and your troubles, your joys and celebrations, and know that you will be met with unconditional love. High fidelity love is going to be the foundation of your small groups. And tonight, you're going to define what exactly that means for your particular group of people. The 6th and 7th graders are going to have a different idea of what that means than the 11th and 12th graders. And tonight, you're going to talk about how you can show God's love to one another in high fidelity. See you soon.